to affirmations. I'm wondering, can you all hear this breezy weather that we have out here today? Let me give a second of silence and see, can you all hear it? Okay. Hoping everyone is doing well. Wishing everyone mental, spiritual, emotional, and physical health. Thank you all for returning. Thank you for my new subscribers as well as my current subscribers. And if you're new, welcome. I want you to like, share, and subscribe. It will help my YouTube channel grow. Do not forget to ring the notification bell so you know when I post videos. Okay, let's see. Can I get our policy into to bird today? There it is. Hoping everyone is well. It's a beautiful, breezy day, like I just said. Hoping you all have been able to get out and enjoy this weather. It's beautiful blue skies. I always say the blue is so blue and the green is so green. So that is such a blessing. Okay. Let's see. For those of you that are new, each week we pull from the self-therapy card decks to kind of see what we're going to discuss for our people's healing. Also, I normally suggest these for clients that I've worked with for them to continue to work on their therapy goals. Okay, you can get these on Amazon. Okay. Also, too, in the description box, if anyone is interested in any counseling or have questions about how to find a counselor, there's a lot of different information in the description box. Okay. Let's see. And with that, I am going to pull our stones so we can see which deck we're going to be talking from today. Okay. How was you all's week? How y'all enjoying this cool weather? Okay. Realize I still have a tag on that one. Okay. Let's see what we're going to get today. Let's see. I did this last time. Let me kind of shake it up. And then let me just kind of reach. Okay, I got the Sunstone. And of course, we know that is our Love Life deck. And those of you who are new, we always joke about how it seems like we always get relationships, so the Love Life deck. But also it's very appropriate when we talk about the healing of our people and how our relationships were affected during slavery, and how even today we are still playing out a lot of those traumas, okay, and learning how to respect and love each other, okay? So let's see what we're going to get. Let's see what we're going to get today. Okay, I'm going to split it down the middle and take the one to the left. And let's see what we got. Okay, this is amazing how a lot of times we end up getting the same ones. We got this one another time. It was kind of earlier when I first started using this particular deck. But again, when they come out again, I do believe there's more to be said. It says, do I believe in monogamy, marriage, soulmates, or do I think that one can have many special relationships over the course of a lifespan? And what does my current partner, if you have one, think, and are our values aligned? Okay. And so last time we talked about how a lot of times people are not very honest about their beliefs, in fear that they're going to miss out on a relationship, or they feel like they have to manipulate in order to be able to have an experience with someone, okay? But what's amazing is sometimes if people can just be really upfront, you'd be surprised people's responses. They respect you more. But let's look at this time from the angle of slavery. How did slavery maybe play into this for us when we're looking at committed relationships and the concept of monogamy? When you take a group of people and you breed them and randomly decide who's going to mate with who, and there's no respect for the sacredness of a relationship or marriage, because at any point in time it can be ripped apart. You could have called yourself married, and if the slave owner decided that your wife was going to mate with someone, or that your husband was going to mate with someone different, or someone was assigned to be, yeah, because sometimes they would do that. Some people got assigned specific jobs. They literally were the ones that be like, okay, everyone's going to mate with this particular person. So that was control. So let's look at how, look at how that affected us as a people, and how that would make it difficult throughout the years for this kind of concept of monogamy. Okay. But then also too, you look at us culturally, when you look at Africa and even biblically, this concept of multiple marriages, even before slavery did exist, would have been an issue. There were guidelines. Of course, the ideal was for there to be one person for one mate. But when people were not able to be sexually disciplined, the culture would put things in order to make sure that there was that there wasn't creating a population of prostitution. Okay, and so in Africa they had things put in place that, again, if you're laying with someone, you are responsible for that person. Okay, and so then it ended up being this concept of multiple wives. Okay, and so even in our imperfections, we still had some morals there. But we have to look at that, in the way we know today, where we are spread across the four corners of the earth, as far as being what they call the diaspora, the descendants of slaves. When you look at the relationships in your life, in your family's life, how did they, and how do you view relationships? How did the male and female treat each other? Was there a respect, or was it pretty much a lot of disloyalty and chaos? Okay, and again, we're looking through the lens of the fact that we never got counseling for those things. Okay, and so there's trauma there. But today, again, even though we may not be perfect, even if we're a person that's not what we would call sexually disciplined, are you able to at least be honest? Just starting there would help. Are you able to be honest? If you're approaching people, this is what I'm about. This is the amount of people that I'm dating. I'm married. This is what I can offer. This is what I can't offer. Is this person considered like a second wife? Technically, by law, you can't do that, but it is a way to do things. And if you have a mate, have you talked to your partner about those things? It's amazing how it's like an unsaid, fake love world we live in, where technically people aren't loyal, and people don't want to discuss it, that they're in a committed relationship, but they don't ask questions, and so it kind of gets ignored. But, excuse me, are you able to be honest and be transparent in your relationship? That's something to think about. Okay. Let's see what else we're going to get today. Slavery again is played out throughout the generations, and I'm asking us to start looking through the lens and looking around, family and our own relationships, and just look at how, the damage has played out. But we do have choices. We can do better. Even if it's not perfect, we can do better. Okay, let's see what we're going to get. Let's see what other one we're going to get. Okay, let's get this one. Okay, got this is the pyrite stone, which they used to think was considered fool's gold. They would think it was gold back in the day. But this is a pyrite. Okay, so that's the work deck. Okay, let's see what they're talking about work. We hadn't gotten that one in a while. Okay, that was one for there. Let's see what we get. Yeah, how's work going? Again, we spend most of our time at work. Uh, are you kind of working to survive, or actually have you found something that you're passionate about? Or are you thinking about breaking out on your own and being creative and independent? Okay, let's see what we get. Okay, I got two that came out, and so I'm going to take this one. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, we had this one before. This is interesting how we're getting the same ones. Unbelievable. Is there a course that I've been meaning to take or a program that I can enroll in anytime in the near future? If not, what cool courses would I potentially be interested in taking at some point in my life? So put in the comment section if you all followed up on that. For myself, I was going to look into something as well. I saw on Facebook this week they had a puppeteer, a person that would teach you how to carve and make puppets. And it's interesting. I have been thinking about that lately. I really like, they have a lot of what they call Asian puppet kind of theater where they'll use puppets to tell a story. And so it's just so funny that that popped up. Also, too, I don't know those of you who've seen The Lion King on Broadway and how the lady, she used puppeteer masters in order to create these amazing costume designs that they were able to speak, but then it would drop down and could be worked like a puppet. It was very creative. Some of the animals were puppets, but it was very creative. So that was something I was looking at, or at least would love to learn how to work a puppet. I love toys. I'm a big kid at heart, right? So yeah, what courses is it something that you all are interested in? Also, too, we talked about this being sometimes when we have developed unhealthy habits, sometimes we need to find a creative or a healthy outlet. So sometimes learning new things can be a perfect distraction. Okay, so we want to look at it through that lens. Learning something new, filling our time with things that are positive. Okay, kind of can help us with stress as well as helping us learn different ways of coping. Okay. All right. Let's see. This is another one too. Let me just look at this one. It says, am I happy with my current work situation? Why or why not? That's a good question. Are you happy with your current work situation? Why or why not? And what I want to talk about with this one is, sometimes you can work really hard, work a lot of hours, and your whole life is consumed with making money and working. But I've heard it said, and some of you all can probably speak to this, that it's been said that you can't have it all. If you're spending all your time at work and money is your focus, what has suffered in your personal and emotional life as a result? Balance is key. We have to have a balance between work, relationships, our health, self-care. Some people are workaholics, okay? And sometimes chasing acknowledgement, chasing the promotion, chasing a thing. And when you look back on it, did it really turn out the way you thought? And a lot of times we hope for certain things, and then when we get it, it's not what we thought it would be. Okay, so are you really happy with your current work situation? Is it better to have a more work-life balance where you're able to still have a high quality of life and not have work be your main focus? Okay, so we want to think about these things. Okay, and sometimes work can be a way to not have to deal with relationships in real life. We escape and hide. Okay, but then are you feeling fulfilled? You know, And then a lot of times you work so much that you end up having to use different addictions, overspending, drugs, alcohol, just to be able to keep it up. So is it worth it in the end? Okay. So I want you all to think about that. Okay. All right. So let's look at the affirmations that we have today. See what affirmations we got today. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to split it down the middle and pick this one. This is interesting. So let's see. This one is saying, I know that sitting in silence is the surest way to hear my intuition speak. I am listening. A lot of times we don't want to sit by ourselves and ask ourselves questions because we don't want to feel. Because deep down, our intuition knows what we need. We know if we're happy or if we're not. And when you do this, all we're asking for you to do, even if you're not ready to change, is just to at least be able to know the truth, even if you're not ready to make any changes. Okay, so that's the first step, being true to yourselves. As they say, the truth will set you free. Okay. Okay, guys, with that, I want to thank you all for returning, and I want you all to have a blessed, great week. And until next time, bye.